Hello and welcome to this test number 688 and the Yonex Nanoflare 800. We did test in 2019 the Nanoflare 702. We'll talk about how they both compare in a minute. Let's just talk about price and availability. Availability is pretty good. Yonex are pretty good at making sure their premium rackets are available worldwide. This one has a surprising price range. It seems to be some retailers are managing to sell it for £115, which is quite reasonable, and others are £145. So not sure what's going on there. We won't be selling this racket. You can buy this racket. It's available everywhere. We only try to sell stuff that's hard to get hold of so you guys can get your hands on stuff. Badminton HQ for the UK and Europe is worth trying. I'm not sure what the stock levels are like though. Other than that, you can try Badminton Bay. If you buy from Badminton HQ, use the code Racket Review for a discount, and for Badminton Bay, use the code BRR5 for a discount too. Both companies very passionate about badminton. Both companies offer good service, and generally the pricing is really good, but the service is better than we've experienced from any other companies. Hence, we partnered with them to make sure that you guys know where to get hold of the stock from. We know that the companies are reliable, they'll offer you good product, and they'll offer good service. So that's the price and availability. Now that price does make a difference, because if I was testing this at 150, my expectations might be slightly different to testing it at 115, because it puts it into a slightly different marketplace. Right, let's go through the racket specification according to Yonex and according to our own E-Zone tests. Bring up the E-Zone page for this Nanoflare 800. Here it is. Okie dokie. So the weight of this racket, 3U, 85 to 89 grams. The actual E-Zone test shows it to weigh 93.3 grams. That's with the grip supplied by Yonex and Yonex BG 65 string at 25 pounds of tension. The balance point of this racket, well, they're all even. Does it say on here though? No, but we know Nanoflare are actually headlight. It's been advertised as a headlight racket, the Nanoflare 800. The Badminton Racket Review balance point test shows this balance point to be 305, which is not massively heavy, but it's certainly more in the direction of the head than it is the handle. So I'm not sure we would class it as headlight. Obviously, when Yonex measured their balance point, it could be the grip wasn't there, those strings weren't there, who knows, there's obviously some difference. The shaft stiffness, according to Yonex, this is a stiff shaft. According to our measurements, it's just medium flexor. And playing with this racket, I would agree it is a medium flex racket, not particularly stiff. Right, so you have the specs. The design of this racket, well, it's, to be honest with you, it's nothing that impressive. It's a black matte finished racket. Has some graphics on the shaft here, has some graphics around the head. Very beautifully finished, high quality job, but nothing outstanding, to be honest with you. Take a look at these close-up pictures and you can make your own judgment. Other useful information for you, maximum string tension 29 pounds on this top of the range Yonex racket, G4 grip, not a G5, and made from nanometric, isometric head. Nope, don't have made from. This racket is made in Japan, so it's a Japanese produced and designed racket. This is a UK coded racket that I am actually looking at right now. Okay, so how does this racket perform? Well, I am trying to preempt the questions that are going to come, because we get a lot of this. What do you think of this versus that? What do you think of this versus this? What do you think of this versus that? So I'm going to start with going to the E-Zone. I go into the filter tab, type in Nanoflare, press filter, and it brings up the 5 or 6 Nanoflares that we have tested, one of which is the Nanoflare 700, which I expect to be its direct competitor, or the one you'll be choosing between. Now, very interesting, the Nanoflare 700 measured its overall weight, measured lighter at 88.9 grams, but there is a massive similarity in everything else about these two rackets. I've seen some reviews where they talk about these rackets being completely different in feel. They don't feel completely different, they feel slightly different, and I think the E-Zone reflects that really well. And the major difference is this is the Nanoflare 800 is slightly heavier than the Nanoflare 700. It's 93.3, that was 88.9, so like a 4.4 gram difference there. But the actual power output, balance points, airspeed, is a lot of similarity. There's a lot of similarity. The on-court testing for this racket, then, it didn't feel overly light to use. It felt medium in weight. I wouldn't say it was heavy, but it was not medium. It's medium weight to actually carry and use. It felt reasonably quick in the air. I would say that it is quicker. It feels quicker in the air than the Nanoflare 700, and the stiffness does feel medium. It doesn't feel particularly stiff. Overall, a good racket to use. I don't think it would work that great for a singles player. The overhead shots were okay. I actually thought the Nanoflare 700 was better at the overhead shots than the Nanoflare 800. It made them slightly easier than this does. The control levels are really tight, really good. For doubles players, it does everything you need it to reasonably well. It doesn't offer, I wouldn't say, I've seen some videos where I can't remember which ones they are now, but I remember there's some players trying the Nanoflare 800. So we're obviously very late to review this racket. The Nanoflare 800 smashed so good, smashed so well, but the reality is it doesn't smash that much harder than the Nanoflare 700, technically speaking, from a measurement perspective, and it doesn't smash that much harder than its competition either. But it does do most doubles things really well. It's quick enough. It does offer very good drive capability, defense capability, and it offers very good control. And smashes enough power to put pressure on your opponent. May not always finish the job because they're not powerful enough, but depending on, obviously there's so many variations in what I'm saying here. It depends on their defense and so on and so forth, and their formation and whatnot. But overall, the Nanoflare 800, would we recommend it? It's a really tough one. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a hesitant thumbs up. The Nanoflare 700, I think I remember being slightly torn about that too, but that was fully priced when we tested that. This one is now slightly reduced at 115, and that puts it directly in line with the the Mizuno range, JPX 8.1. I always forget which one it is. 8.1 or 8.3, can't remember. The limited edition. We're slightly more expensive than the Kawasaki King K9. We're slightly more expensive than the J-Nice Black Panther, the Honor S6 by Kawasaki, Nanoflare 270, although that has had some issues recently with breakages and stuff. So, you know, it's a real tough one to call. I would say, look, you know, it really is hard to be absolutely spot on the money in terms of what I'm saying. So this is what I'm going to say to you to make it easier. If you are a Yonex die-hard fan, you're bitterly disappointed with some of the reviews we've done of some of the top of the range Yonex rackets, and I know the Astrox 999 didn't get great reviews, nor did the 88s from us, but the reality is they were just crap to use for most people, and many people who do use them aren't getting the most out of them. Only the most well trained with the best technique may be able to drag something out of this racket, so that's why they got the reviews they did. These are easier to use. The Nanoflare 700 and 800 are easier to use, so if you're looking for a top of the range Yonex racket, it must be Yonex. The Nanoflare 800 is not going to disappoint. If you use this racket in isolation from any other racket, you'd think it's great. I think most of you think it was brilliant. We are using it in correspondence to 26 other rackets that we've just tested, so it's a different perspective. So I'd say for the Yonex diehard fans, want an easy racket that you can actually get performance out of, then the Nanoflare 800 is way better than the Astrox. So go for it in that respect. If you are looking for a generic top of the range racket, you want something hardcore, you want something that feels like you've got to work to get out. When you do work, you get the results. Then, you know, I would say that the Aura Speed 90S is a better bet. Not by much, but I think it is slightly better. Just want to see what else we've got here on our list. It's interesting actually, it's actually done quite well when I look at the overall test results. I would say that the Yonex Black Panther is worth consideration. It's made in Taiwan, it's produced beautifully, it is a lot easier to use than the Nanoflare 800, and it feels quicker and lighter. The leaning Caliber 900i is a more stable racket. It feels slightly more stable. This is very good. You know, I don't want to start criticising the Nanoflare 800. It's a good racket, but I think the leaning has the edge. I think the Aura Speed 90S has the edge. I think that the Kawasaki K9 is easier to use. I think that the Yonex Black Panther is easier to use and a very talented racket too. So look, they're your primary considerations in those price brackets. Don't forget the Mizuno JPX's 8.1, 8.3 limited edition, also worthy of consideration. That's got to have helped your perspective on this racket. I think I've tried to make it as clear as I possibly can in terms of recommendation or not. We're going to move on now to the E-zone smash test and maneuver test of the Nanoflare 800. Before we go on to that, if you don't want to see it, you know all about the E-zone already, you're already a member, then I just want to thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for likes, thank you for the subscriptions, thank you for the shares, thank you for leaving feedback, and thank you for leaving reviews on the E-zone and on YouTube. If you haven't done that already, please do. It's so important to all the members and all the public who play badminton. They really value what other players think, not just what we think. And just to reiterate for the 100th time, we're not like forums where you're going to get harassed when you represent your views. You are welcome to say what you've got to say. If we do see any comments where it's almost like bullying, that person will be removed from the channel or from the E-zone for that matter. Everyone needs to be able to express what they've got to say, provided it's put in a way that's helpful to other people, not just to us, other people. It's all about creating a platform, a forum where everyone can benefit from. Okay, I'm going to talk about the E-zone. So for those of you who knows all about it, thank you again. For those of you who don't, stay tuned. The Badminton Racket Review E-zone is a platform where you can compare rackets from over 19 world-class manufacturers. We test and we define all rackets testing in the same way. The language is the same. So you can compare rackets side to side, no matter which range, brand or price they're at, and that's never been done before. Once you have decided, say for example you're looking at Nanoflares, you go into our filter, press filter tab, go into range, put in Nanoflare, press filter, 6 rackets appear. You can quickly look at those rackets, and you'll get an idea of, I like the overall score on that one, I like the balance point of that one, I like the smash speed on that one, I like the maneuver speed on that one, I like the overall racket weight, stiffness. You'll choose 2 or 3 rackets, and then when you press the Yonex logo on the left, or whichever logo from the manufacturer you're choosing, you press that, and another racket page opens, and in that is a lot of detailed information about the racket, the JPEGs from the test, the videos, and the overall score and how we arrived at it. Plus you get to see the racket close up and personal with some of the pictures that we put on there, so you get a really good idea of what you're about to purchase. There's also buy it now links so that you get the best prices on it too. So it's a whole process, the E-zone. Just so you know more about how we test, we restring all the rackets with BG65, Yonex BG65 at £25. Same shuttles, AS30s for all tests, and same player hitting or testing all of our rackets. The 2 tests you're about to see now are the smash and the maneuver test. In those tests we take 6 shots. From those 6 shots we take the 2 fastest smash speeds, 2 fastest maneuver speeds. The maneuver speeds are where we the shuttle the racket's moving in this direction, and we measure the speed of the head. The smash speed, that then creates in the smash shot, it creates a smash. So there's a lot of SMHs going on. It creates a smash score and a smash speed in kilometers per hour. The maneuver, we get a maneuver speed in kilometers per hour and a maneuver score. Now we will be signing out at the end of this smash and maneuver video, so I want to say bye now. Thanks for tuning in. Here's the smash and maneuver videos.